You keep telling yourself you're tired, worn out, stressed. You keep hiding behind those words like armor, pretending you're a victim of circumstance. But you're not tired. You're undisciplined. That's the brutal truth. No one has the courage to tell you. You have enough energy to scroll for hours, to binge shows, to gossip. You have strength when it feeds your weakness, when it entertains your addictions. But when it comes time to build, to fight, to sacrifice, suddenly you're empty. Suddenly you have no fuel, no drive, not because you're broken, but because you're weak by choice. Discipline is the weapon that separates warriors from wanderers. You are not lacking motivation. You are lacking discipline. Motivation is a coward. It shows up when it feels good and abandons you when you need it most. Discipline stays. Discipline carries you when motivation vanishes into the dark. The man who waits to feel ready will die waiting. The man who moves regardless of feeling will dominate every battlefield he enters. You're not here to chase inspiration like a junkie chasing a high. You're here to chase excellence. You're here to slaughter your old self every single day. You're here to burn the weakness out of your flesh and forge something that the world cannot break. You want to win, but you refuse the work that winning demands. You want the crown, but you shudder at the weight of the throne. You want respect, but you ignore the iron law that respect is earned by grinding when no one is watching. You say you're tired, but you're not tired when it comes to lying to yourself. You're not tired when it comes to chasing pleasure. You're not tired when it comes to avoiding the hard path. You're tired because your spirit is dying from neglect. You're tired because your soul is begging for discipline. And every time you choose comfort over sacrifice, every time you choose excuses over effort, you murder a piece of yourself that could have been something unstoppable. When was the last time you kept a promise to yourself? When was the last time you fought when every cell in your body screamed for surrender? When was the last time you chose pain over pleasure? That's where the real ones are born. Not when it's easy. Not when it's sunny and beautiful outside. But when the storm is raging inside your mind and you move anyway. Men are not forged by moments of ease. Men are born from war against themselves. The enemy is not outside your walls. The enemy is within. The voice that tells you rest when you haven't earned it. The whisper that says, tomorrow, when you know tomorrow is a lie. The part of you that wants to be entertained rather than evolved. The part of you that settles instead of conquering. You want greatness. You want freedom. You want power. Then kill the softness inside you. Drown the noise of comfort in the roar of action. Let discipline become your religion. Pray not with your mouth, but with your hands in the dirt. Not with your dreams, but with your deeds. You keep searching for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect feeling. But that perfect moment is a myth, a fantasy designed to keep you weak. There is no right time. There is only now. And every second you hesitate, another man is out there bleeding for the life you dream about. You think the winners feel ready every morning. You think they bounce out of bed smiling and inspired. No. They rise through pain, through exhaustion, through the crushing weight of their own demons. They rise because discipline doesn't ask if you feel like it. It demands that you move anyway. You think you're exhausted, but you're just drowning in wasted energy. Energy you gave to fear, to doubt, to comfort. energy you fed into distractions instead of destiny. The body is willing, the soul is begging, but your mind has become soft, poisoned by convenience, addicted to the easy way out. Discipline is the sword that cuts through weakness. Discipline is the wall that holds you upright when the storms come. Discipline is the voice inside you that says, move, when everything else screams, quit. You're not supposed to feel ready. You're supposed to be ready because you decided to be. Because you chose to be the rare breed that refuses to bend to circumstances. Weakness is seductive. It wraps itself in the soft blanket of self-care. It whispers lies about burnout, about deserving a break, about needing to slow down. But discipline sees through the lies. Discipline knows that comfort is a slow death wearing a pretty face. You think you'll suffer if you grind today, but you will suffer far more if you delay. You think you're avoiding pain by resting, but you're only trading the sharp pain of effort for the slow, endless rot of regret. One rep, one brick, one hard decision at a time. That's how you build the life you dream about when no one's looking. That's how you escape the prison of weakness you've lived in for far too long. You have a choice today. Stay the same. Rot slowly in a life you hate, or burn the weakness out of you. Grind through the fog. Suffer now so you can reign later. Because you were not built for mediocrity. You were built for war. You were built for pressure. You were built to carry burdens heavier than most men can even imagine. But you forgot. The world lulled you to sleep with comfort. It spoon-fed you softness until you couldn't even recognize yourself in the mirror. But that fire inside you, it's still there, buried under excuses, trapped behind laziness. And it's your duty to dig it out with blood, with sacrifice, with relentless action. You are not tired. You are undisciplined. And the cure is in your hands. Not tomorrow, not next month. Right now. You're not here to play small. You're not breathing just to exist. You were born to rise, to conquer, to carve your name into history through relentless action. Every time you feel tired, every time you want to quit, every time you think about giving in, you need to remember something. Pain is temporary. Weakness is temporary. But your name, your legacy, will echo forever, based on what you do when nobody's watching. You think warriors feel good every day. You think champions wake up every morning feeling strong. They don't. They wake up broken, bruised, bleeding. But they move anyway. Because they know one truth that you must burn into your soul. Discipline is freedom. When you refuse to listen to weakness, when you refuse to bow to emotions, when you choose purpose over pleasure, you ascend, you transform, you become unstoppable. There's a reason why the world fears the disciplined man. Because he cannot be broken by temptation. He cannot be defeated by setbacks. He cannot be moved by storms. He becomes the storm. The world will try to distract you, tempt you, soften you. It will try to convince you that mediocrity is safety, that comfort is happiness. But you know better now. You know that comfort is a slow poison. You know that playing it safe is the biggest risk you can ever take. The battle isn't out there. The battle is within. You versus you. Every day, every hour, every breath. You either rise above your lesser self, or you rot with it. You either suffer the pain of discipline now, or the pain of regret forever. There is no third option. The great ones, the true kings, The legends. They were never lucky. They were never chosen. They chose themselves. They chose to suffer now so they could be free later. They chose to bleed now so they could shine later. And that's what you must choose too. Choose sacrifice. Choose struggle. Choose discipline. And in that choice, you will find your salvation. Because while everyone else is making excuses, while everyone else is crying about how unfair life is, you will be in the arena, fighting, grinding, winning. You will build a life that demands respect. You will become a force that bends the universe to your will, not because it was easy, but because you earned it through blood, sweat, and unbreakable spirit. Remember, it's not about feeling ready. It's about being ready. It's about waking up when the world is asleep. It's about grinding when the crowd is distracted. It's about locking in when others are giving up. You are not weak. You are not broken. You are not average. You are chosen. But being chosen means nothing without action. Being chosen is just potential. Only discipline will turn potential into power. Only discipline will turn dreams into legacy. So stop wasting seconds. Stop waiting for a perfect day that will never come. Stop living like you have forever. You don't. The clock is ticking. The fire is burning. And your destiny is calling. It's you against the world. You against time. You against your weaker self. And the only way you win is to move. Now. Without hesitation. Without excuses. Without mercy. Make your life a masterpiece carved from the stone of discipline. Make your story one that cannot be ignored. Make yourself undeniable, unstoppable, unforgettable. This is your time. This is your war. This is your legacy waiting to be written. So rise, and remember one thing. Until next time, peace.